Hey there, thinkers! Welcome back to Critical Hit. My name is S, and well, who could have possibly seen this coming? Oh, that's right, I did! I called it in one of my previous videos. But just in case you missed that little nugget of truth, Max has officially pulled the plug on Velma after 2 long, excruciating seasons. I mean, who knew that turning a beloved character into an unrecognizable parody would backfire, right? It's almost like the fans didn't quite enjoy the combination of shallow writing, cringe humor, and the complete lack of respect for the original source material. Weird. Anywho, so it looks like HBO Max, or wait, sorry, just Max now, has decided to hit the brakes on the adult animated Velma series after 2 excruciatingly long, painful seasons. I mean, who could have possibly predicted that a show transforming a beloved character into an insufferable caricature would lead to, oh, I don't know, nobody watching? It's like watching a slow-motion train wreck where the conductor is screaming, "Trust me, this will be great," while the passengers are frantically searching for the emergency exit. You would think that when you take a character known for her intelligence and wit and turn her into a shallow socialite, more interested in likes and mysteries, it might raise a few red flags. But no, Max doubled down on the cringeworthy writing and painfully forced humor, proving that they were committed to this bizarre version right until the bitter end. And I mean, can we just appreciate the fucking sheer audacity of thinking that the audience would stick around for a show that was way less about mystery solving and more about reliving her cringy high school drama? This woman is 45 years old. Grow the hell up. But hey, at least we have the memories of watching viewers collectively hit the stop button. Faster than Velma can say, Jinkies. So here's to you, Velma. You might have bombed spectacularly, but at least you gave us plenty to laugh about. I guess in a world of entertainment, sometimes you just have to let the bad ideas crash and burn. However, I have a few things to show off here, but before I do, I have a small request. If you are new here, consider hitting the subscribe button, smashing that like, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. We would greatly appreciate this, since this will help us appease those YouTube algorithm gods, so we thank you. Now, let me give you our thoughts on this, and let's get into it. In a touching post to Instagram, and by touching, I mean dripping in the sweet scent of denial. And I apologize, it does look like the post has been deleted. However, Cummings shared his heartfelt tribute to the Velma Halloween special. "Backgrounds I painted for Velma Halloween special, so fun working with this crew," he wrote. As if the show wasn't already the butt of countless internet memes. He even acknowledged the inevitable. There will not be a season 3, and I mean that's shocking to absolutely no one, but graciously hopes to work with his amazing talented crew again, because that's what people remember from Velma, the backgrounds. But here's the best part. Then he urged his followers to go watch the Velma Halloween special on Max. I mean, sure. If people didn't run screaming after 2 seasons of that, maybe a Halloween special is exactly what they need to, well, solidify their trauma. Anyways, kudos to Cummings for staying optimistic. Maybe there's still hope for all those hand-painted trees and walls to get the spotlight they truly deserve. Rest in peace, Velma. You'll join the ranks of the shows we'll pretend never happened. And the show's cancellation? Well, apparently that was a shocker. And I mean, when the audience collectively screams, "No thank you," louder than a toddler denied dessert, it's bound to happen. Velma's IMDb score? Well, that was a casual 1.6 out of 10, because apparently people felt that an even 2 was too generous. And let's not forget that 86.2% of viewers slapped it with a 1 out of 10. That's not just a bad rating, that's like getting an F and the teacher saying, well, you tried and failed. And well, when the majority of viewers would rather binge watch paint dry than sit through another episode, you kind of have to wonder what the execs were thinking keeping it around for 2 seasons. It's almost impressive, if the goal was to see how much secondhand embarrassment they could generate. You all remember Velma, right? The smart, lovable, glasses-wearing, mystery-solving genius from the Scooby-Doo gang? Well, in this version, she's more like a sass-fueled popularity queen juggling her detective work and newfound social status. You know, because clearly that's what the character needed. Wasn't clever writing or any trace of her original charm, but a shallow high school drama makeover. Well, spoiler alert, it was already too late the moment the show was greenlit. And as if Velma wasn't already running on fumes, let's talk about the numbers, or rather, the lack thereof. Like, despite the show being pushed out on Max with all the fanfare of, well, soggy fireworks, back in January 2023, the premiere episode managed to squeak out a grand total of, wait for it, 5,100 reviews. Yep, barely a blip on the radar. Now fast forward to the season 1 finale, and what do we have? Just 1,800 reviews. That's a drop of 64.7%. Jinkies. So what happened? Did the people just forget it existed, or was it so painfully unwatchable that they couldn't even muster the energy to hate watch it? Like, either way, the audience clearly noped out faster than Shaggy and Scooby-Doo running from a haunted house. But hey, when your show is basically a masterclass in how to alienate every demographic possible, those numbers kind of make sense, right? Like, who knew making people actively avoid your show was a strategy? And it didn't even get better with the second season. In fact, it got a whole lot worse. The season 2 premiere only received 598 reviews. The final received 559. Now, despite the already underwhelming turnout, they somehow managed to lose 6% of the people who cared enough to review it in the first place. That's less than 600 people could be bothered to say something about this show. And it still shed viewers faster than Velma's dignity. Like, honestly, at this point, the only mystery left is how it survived even 2 seasons. Now, let's talk about that Halloween special that dropped on Max on October 3rd. You know, the one that's making waves? Well, ripples, really. Because as of now, it's only managed to scrape together a whopping 52 reviews. Yep, that's right, just 52. And I mean, at this point, more people probably got lost wandering through a Spirit Halloween store than even cared to watch this spectacular event. It's almost like people took one look at it and thought, I'll just rewatch Hocus Pocus for the 500th time. Like, you've got to hand it to them though, because creating something so forgettable that even the internet, home of rabid opinions, can barely be bothered to care. Like, that takes real skill. Now, let's be honest here. Given the staggering lack of viewership for Velma, it's highly unlikely anyone's shedding any tears over its cancellation. I mean, was anyone really watching that train wreck, aside from maybe hate watching it? But the cherry on top? This show was practically the poster child for woke ideology. Because, you know, nothing says great storytelling quite like shoving in as much divisive messaging as possible. So watching this glorified vehicle for woke propaganda get scrapped feels like a win for anyone who actually enjoys good content. I mean, one less soapbox to worry about, right? The real tragedy here is it took them 2 seasons to figure this out. Mindy Kaling, who, by the way, is 45 fucking years old, might want to consider hanging up her high school drama writing hat. I mean, let's be real here. The teenage angst, the cliques, and the cringe-worthy attempts to seem hip, maybe it's time to leave that up to the kids who actually remember what it's like being in high school. Like, at some point, it stops being relatable and starts feeling more like an adult desperately trying to stay relevant in a world of TikToks and slang they can't quite grasp. Like, Mindy, it's okay. You've had your fun with the mean girl tropes. Now maybe it's time to let someone else take in the reins. Like, let the kids handle it from here. And there you have it, people. Velma, the once loved character reduced to the poster child of misguided entertainment choices, cancelled after 2 seasons of cringe. And honestly, it's almost impressive how quickly it spiraled from, oh, maybe this could work, to please make it stop. But hey, at least we got the front row seat to a masterclass on how not to revive a beloved character. However, those are my thoughts on this, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And hey, before you go, subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. As always, this is Est, and I'm signing off now, so I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!